The Black Night on the Kalampur Road. This is the story of a young man named Shadowy, who worked in the quality department of a textile factory in Kalampur about a year ago. Because of his work schedule, he often returned home late at night. One night in July last year, he experienced something that would be difficult for any ordinary person even to imagine. It was around 1:10 a.m. The sky was cloudy, and a light breeze was blowing. Shadowy was riding his motorcycle from Kalampur toward Nabinagar. After passing Nabinagar and leaving the main road of Damrai, he entered the inner Kalampur road. The surroundings immediately became completely deserted. On both sides of the road were only dense woods and rice fields. As he approached an empty stretch near the Kalampur bridge, the air suddenly turned ice cold. The digital meter on his motorcycle began behaving strangely, its readings jumping erratically, while the headlight flickered on and off. At first, Shadowy thought the bike might have developed a mechanical problem, but then he felt something terrifying. Someone had seemingly sat down on the back seat of his motorcycle. The bike suddenly became so heavy that he struggled to keep it balanced. He looked into the rearview mirror and saw that the seat was empty, yet he could clearly feel the weight of someone sitting there. Fear gripped him. His hands and feet nearly froze. He accelerated, trying to escape the area as quickly as possible. However, after traveling a short distance, he saw something even more horrifying standing in the middle of the road. In the dim light stood a figure whose feet were twisted completely backward. The most terrifying part was its face. There was no skin on it. Raw flesh and blood appeared to be exposed. The figure said nothing. It only emitted a strange growling sound, like a broken record player. Panicked, Shadowy tried to turn his motorcycle around and flee in the opposite direction, but his head began to spin. Just before losing consciousness, he felt countless ice-cold hands pulling him toward the ground, while the stench of a decaying corpse filled the air around him. The next morning, local residents found him unconscious in a bush beside the road. His body was covered with numerous deep scratches that did not resemble marks made by human fingernails. The most mysterious detail was his shirt. On the back of it was a clear handprint, seemingly drawn with burnt charcoal. After the incident, Shadowy suffered severe fear and remained bedridden for nearly a month. Eventually, he quit his job, but the terror did not end there. One night while sleeping at home, he was awakened by a scratching sound on his window. He looked outside, but there was no one there. Yet on the dusty glass written in mud were the chilling words, "You are not alone." There are more incidents that follow in the video. Would you like to hear the next part of the story translated in the same style, without any additional commentary?